You're right, Jeremy. It's Peter's fault.
I heard that.
It's just the camera one. It was a clarification. We want to pay our professional. As I'm punching it. But then all of a sudden you can have it.
Megan's like,
I gotta leave my house at 2:30 tomorrow in the morning. Not PM.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Okay.
All right, there is the board.
They wandered off.
Oldest meeting's also about beating that shit.
Yeah, where's
Oh.
George? George O'Brien.
Still on.
We're on Facebook, you're fine.
What's that?
I said it's not on Facebook, so you're fine.
What else is it on?
Is Sean coming back on or no?
No.
Yeah, I don't, probably not.
Well, I know, like, you need to.
Well, what I just said wasn't any worse than what I said in the meeting.
Yeah, I've heard worse, yeah.
You know?
You're fine. I've said worse, so.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, Rick.
Okay, the meeting of the Board of County Commissioners is back in order. We are reconvening as the Board of County Commissioners after a short break to consider approval of a letter of support for the I-70 stakeholders for the Vail project proposal. To be clear, this is an ask for us to sign on to a letter that's already been written. I don't think it's to edit the letter, and we'll hand it to our bold brave Commissioner Wheelock to describe this letter.
Yeah, I can read the letter. I can just basically describe what's in it. What we're asking is the Transportation Commission and others and CDOT and we're signing on with other counties along the I-70 corridor to honor the CSS process that they went through to come to a design for a Vail Pass project. That project has been downsized kind of arbitrarily without coming back into their meetings or CSS meetings with stakeholders and taking out a critical portion, a climbing lane for safety on the steepest part of Floyd Hill. All of our neighbors to the west are objecting and saying we need for CDOT to work with us, and we'll try to help find funding, and CDOT needs to find funding to build the entire project because of the critical nature of that. And it's critical to everyone on the corridor. The reason it's important is, first of all, the process should be honored because people came together and designed a project and they should find the funding to build it. In particular, that this stretch of highway has, on an average over the last 5-6 years, has 388 hours of closure. And research has shown that the economic impact of I-70 closures is $2 million an hour. So that's almost $750 million that can get lost in 1 year as a result of I-70 closures. This will not solve all those closures, but anything we can do to diminish them and increase safety is important. And so we've been asked by our partners in the I-70 corridor to sign on to this the same way we all signed on to 184, Senate Bill 184, and had opinions on that as well for amendments. A similar type thing where, and it's in keeping with all of our policies that we followed to date, honoring a record of decision. So anyway, so if you're okay with it, I'd like to sign on to that letter supporting the finding the funds to build the entire project.
I agree wholeheartedly. Elements that are in the letter that I really like is the defense of the CSS process. I think that goes beyond being good neighbors and supporting our friends and really defending a process that's crucial to success within our stretch of this corridor.
Right.
So I wholeheartedly support our signature on this letter.
Okay, good.
Need a motion.
Do we need a motion here?
Peter, do we need a motion for that?
No, I think you're fine with just a consensus support to send the letter.
Okay, what we'll do, Peter, is we'll simply notify, it's going to be one letter that goes out with all of the jurisdictions that have signed on to it. It's put on the bottom of the letter. So it won't go on our letterhead. It will be signed on to a letter that will be issued out of the I-70 coalition. And so we'll be one of the signatories to that letter.
Okay. Are you going to sign it individually, each of you, or is it just going to be you signing On behalf of.
I would sign it for Clear Creek County, or they would simply put Clear Creek County down, typed in as signatory to the letter. And they have to hear that from me that, yes, we've signed on.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just memorializing this in the minutes is fine.
Okay, thank you.
And for what it's worth, I think it could be appropriate for either you as our transportation person or Sean as our chair to sign it and don't have a preference.
Okay,
So you guys can figure that out, and I don't think we have anything else to discuss on the agenda. We are adjourned. Thank you. Thank you to our wonderful staff for getting this meeting back up into the cloud.
It'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
Thanks, Peter.
so we done, we adjourn?
Yep.
Yeah.